Okay, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're building what is essentially an empowerment toolkit for India's rapidly growing elderly population. As life expectancy keeps rising, the challenges our seniors face, things like financial dependence or even elder abuse, are unfortunately multiplying right alongside it. Growing older definitely brings some unique vulnerabilities, but here's the good news. It also unlocks very specific, powerful legal protections. So we're taking the comprehensive rights of senior citizens in India and breaking down exactly how the legal system is built to provide a robust, real-world shield of dignity, security, and respect for our elders.
We've got a lot of ground to cover, but don't worry, we're going to keep it simple. Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll tackle the senior citizen crisis. Second, we'll unpack the 2007 Protection Act. Third, we'll dive into protecting your property rights. Fourth, we'll look at health and welfare schemes. And finally, we'll wrap up with exactly how to take action.
All right, let's start things off with Section 1, the senior citizen crisis. To really understand this, we have to start with the number, 60. In India, reaching 60 years of age is the legal threshold for being recognized as a senior citizen, and understanding this is absolutely crucial. Hitting this milestone isn't just an excuse for a big birthday party, it's the exact moment you legally transition into a protected class. 60 is literally the official gateway to unlocking specialized tax benefits, accessing government schemes, and utilizing welfare programs that are specifically engineered to keep you secure and independent in your later years.
But why do we need all these protections? Well, sadly, it's because many seniors face very real, very terrifying forms of elder abuse. We're talking about severe physical assault causing actual bodily harm. There's also emotional abuse, verbal threats and humiliation designed to intentionally isolate someone from their community. Then you have financial fraud, like unauthorized bank withdrawals or being coerced into signing away your life savings. And finally, there's outright neglect, where caregivers just fail to provide basic food or medicine. It's a deeply troubling reality for sure. But recognizing these exact warning signs is the very first step in fighting back.
That brings us to Section 2, the 2007 Protection Act. Now, you might be wondering, what does the Constitution actually do for me? It's fascinating how Indian courts have taken these dry, formal constitutional articles and translated them into a guarantee for a dignified life. Sure, the Constitution doesn't have a chapter called Senior Citizens, but look at Article 21. The Supreme Court uses this to say unequivocally that every elderly citizen has a fundamental right to live free from neglect. Then you've got Article 41, pushing the state to provide public assistance, and Article 46, demanding protection for vulnerable groups. Put those together and you have the absolute bedrock of modern senior rights.
And that constitutional bedrock paved the way for something huge, the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act of 2007. This law is a total game changer. Why? Because it takes some moral responsibility and turns it into a strict legal duty. It literally obligates adult children and even legal heirs who stand to inherit property to provide monthly maintenance. If you're an aging parent who just can't make ends meet on your own, the law demands that your children or heirs step up and provide the financial support and care you need.
But let's be real. Nobody wants to get stuck in a traditional court battle for years just to get basic living expenses, right? The government knew that, so they created maintenance tribunals. These district-level tribunals are incredibly fast, super affordable, and specifically designed so seniors don't get bogged down in endless red tape. You do not need to hire some expensive corporate lawyer to fight for your basic stipend. This system cuts right through the noise to get your relief quickly.
Okay, let's pivot to a really important topic in Section 3, protecting your property rights.
Property disputes are unfortunately one of the most common ways seniors get exploited. So we really need to contrast the absolute power you have over your self-acquired property against the reality of familiar fraud. Let's be crystal clear here. As long as you are alive, you have 100% authority to own, sell, lease, gift, or draft a will for your property. It is your legal fortress. No relative, no caregiver, absolutely nobody can legally force you to transfer ownership or forge documents against your will.
And the law has actually evolved recently in a really dramatic, empowering way. Get this, if a family member becomes abusive, many states now give you the power to literally evict them from your home. Your home is legally recognized as your sanctuary. If you are facing intimidation or harassment, the authorities will step in and issue eviction orders to physically remove those abusive relatives from your property.
Now, what about broken promises? Imagine you transfer your house to a relative with the clear understanding that they will take care of you. But then, they just abandon you. You might think you're out of luck. Actually, no. The law allows you to reclaim what is yours. Authorities can step in and declare that property transfer completely void. It essentially cancels the transaction like it never happened. It's a massive deterrent against family members trying to exploit your trust.
Let's move right along to Section 4, Health and Welfare Schemes.
Because true independence requires money in your pocket, let's demystify some of these government welfare programs. I know, navigating government schemes can sometimes feel like drowning in a bowl of alphabet soup, but they boil down to a few core benefits. The Atal Pension Yona, that's your guaranteed monthly pension. The Senior Citizen Savings Scheme, that gives you a super safe, government-backed investment for regular income. And the National Social Assistance Program acts as a vital safety net, providing direct financial support for seniors who need it most.
Shifting over to healthcare, it's super important to know that you are not just a standard patient. You have priority rights, and this is huge. Skipping long, exhausting waiting lines isn't just about convenience, it's about protecting your physical health. Government guidelines mandate dedicated priority registration counters at hospitals. Plus, we're seeing more specialized geriatric care programs and tailored health insurance plans designed to ensure you get timely access to the critical medical services you actually need.
But health isn't just about medicine and hospitals, right? It's about community, and the government recognizes this. Through initiatives like the Integrated Program for Senior Citizens, there is actual funding meant to combat social isolation. They support local daycare centers, roll out mobile healthcare units, and fund safe residential care homes. The whole shebang is designed to improve your daily quality of life and keep you warmly engaged with society.
Finally, let's look at Section 5, How to Take Action. Knowing your rights is great, but knowing exactly how to enforce them, that's what actually protects you. Taking control comes down to a really simple 4-step checklist. Step 1, gather your evidence. Get your medical records, bank statements, and property deeds together. Step 2, contact local authorities, like the police or a dedicated senior citizen cell. Step 3, seek legal assistance to map out your game plan. And Step 4, formally approach that maintenance tribunal we talked about to get your mandated relief.
Now, regarding that third step, seeking legal help, listen closely. You do not have to do this alone, and you definitely don't need to stress about the cost. Many states offer absolutely free legal aid services for senior citizens. This removes a massive barrier. Free legal aid is there to help you draft documents, untangle messy property disputes, and file complaints effectively. This system is funded specifically to help you without draining your own bank account. So, there you have it. You now hold a comprehensive toolkit for dignity and justice. The laws, the fast-track tribunals, the welfare schemes, they are all firmly in place to make sure your later years are lived with independence and respect. But remember, laws on a piece of paper don't mean a thing without the courage to actually use them. So my question to you is, are you ready to claim your rights? Or even better, take a look around your own community. Who might be slipping through the cracks, and how will you use this knowledge today to become their shield?